whole country is holding its breath and pretending everything is fine. Does anyone else feel it? That invisible weight pressing down on your chest the moment you wake up. The anxiety, the exhaustion that never seems to let up. No matter how much you try, how much you push, it feels like the longer we stay here in America, the heavier it gets. Every day feels like a battle to keep your head above water. And the wild part? We know we're not alone, and that everyone is feeling it too. Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. This is Doc and Bean, and today we are going to be talking about how America is giving everybody anxiety, right? Every single person we know, we've talked to lately, friends, family, even strangers, is struggling, mentally, emotionally, financially, especially, Like, how is everyone having a hard time all at once? Everybody? I mean, everybody?
Yeah.
How? Right?
Yeah, I think it's been this way probably since the 70s. But particularly since COVID. After
Yeah.
COVID, you can see a difference in how everything is.
Yeah. And I think it just kind of, shook everything. And now we are just really trying to survive in this system that feels broken, and it expects you to just keep pushing no matter what. Even when you're at your limit, it's like, okay, it doesn't matter. What are you going to do? So we're going to talk about it, right? Because we feel it just like how you guys feel it. And make sure you stick around to the end because we're going to give you some tips on just how to navigate through it. So, yeah. So here's some truths we came to realize, right? Living in America is emotionally draining.
Okay, it's like that.
It is. It
Yeah.
is like that. It's like the pressure is relentless.
Go from work,
Yep.
bills, kids. You don't feel like you have a break.
Mm-mm.
There's probably not much of a quality of life.
No.
Mhm.
Yeah. And if you don't want to do any of these things, you are like labeled as lazy, you're weak, you're unmotivated, you need to get it together, If you want something different, they look at you like, what's wrong with you, And
Or a slower
yeah.
life because here you're supposed to be fast paced. You know what I hate? I hate when there's a job posting, right?
Mhm.
And they always say a fast paced environment as if I want to work in a fast paced environment.
Right.
No, I want the job to be easy and smooth and I get my money. I don't want it to be a fast paced environment.
Right. And it's just because fast pace means stress.
Right.
Means anxiety. That's what comes with it, right? While we want to be more aligned and more just, okay, tell me what to do, I do it, but I don't need to be pressured. You know what I mean? And if you think different than this, what? You're met with judgment, confusion. And then a lot of people have asked us because we feel this way. We know a lot of people feel this way, but we voice it more, right? And then they say, oh, why you want to leave America?
America's the best country in the world. That's what they say, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Well, that's what they say.
It's the best at. If you want to get money,
Yeah.
America's the best place in the world.
Yeah. And they'll be like, oh, well, what about your job, your house, all these things? Like, these things are more important than you. They're not. These things are
But
not more important than you.
they become hostage, like us in our situation. We're still not going yet because of the things keeping us hostage.
Yeah, the things that you looked at as a plus, probably before in 60s and the 70s and stuff like that. That is, that's just like handcuffs now. Well, when you start to want something different, they become handcuffs, But like for us, we're not just chasing like the beaches and all these things. It's actually peace, right? It's actually community, right? A life without anxiety and stress and the pressure on your shoulders, right? So, yeah. So we looked up some stats, right? So I'll break it down because this video kind of comes off of me talking to my friend this morning, and we're like, what is going on? I come in here, we're talking, all your like brothers, family, and everybody just feel this way. So I was like, let me look up some stats.
Mm-hmm.
And they said over 41.7% of US adults report symptoms of anxiety or depression in 2023, right? That's more than double before the pandemic, right? And then 1 in 6 Americans, that's approximately 17% of the adult population, are taking psychiatric meds. That's including antidepressants, anti-anxiety medications, according to the CDC now, right? So they know, so it's official because the CDC said so, right? More than 45 million Americans are taking them, and women are nearly twice as likely to take them. You know why?
Why?
That's because we want to be CEOs and they pushed us into the workforce. And then now we're like, you know what? We ain't about this.
You're
Like,
not built for it.
I'm not built for it. But
Okay.
I don't think a lot of women realize too that they don't want to do it. Like, they sold us a dream
Right.
to want to do it and live this way. And
You want to be married, kid.
you know what? I think women were the base of the community. So we kind of held the community together. And now that we're working and doing all these things, like, our community is kind of, suffering from it. Also, though, employees who work 55 hours or more each week are 1.66 times more likely to be depressed. I know that for sure. I was working, I can't believe, like 16-hour days. I would go in at 2 a.m., get off the next day at 6 p.m., 16-hour days sometimes.
Right.
And then 44% of American employees have a work-life balance, despite 69% of it calling it very important. So you tend to put off yourself because you deem this work is more important than you.
Right. And then they make you think that.
Yeah.
Because you don't get what you're supposed to get at work. And if you complain, you probably get fired.
Right.
Or you're a troublemaker.
Exactly. And this is just trying to be equal. Like, how can I get, not just a paycheck, but just treat me how I'm supposed to be treated? Why do you, the company, have to get over on me for you to feel like I'm a good worker? Right? I'm a good worker.
I don't see it like I see it as I'm not working for the company. I see it as an equal exchange of my time and effort for their money. We are partners. I don't think the company is a dictatorship to me, and they don't tell me what to do.
No, we know that. So, did you know that 46% of employees leave vacation days on the table? I never did that. Yeah, we was out.
Yeah, we never did.
That doesn't.
It was going all the time, always in some other country. They didn't have to worry about our vacation.
Right, and my coworkers knew this. It was like, Selena, I just came back. Selena, where are you off to next? Oh, yeah, I'm off to somewhere. And then 48% of Americans consider themselves workaholic. And that's a badge of honor for most people. They look at it as a badge of honor, 66% of them skip a meal each day because of working hours. That's crazy, right?
Yep.
So if you are a workaholic, here are some of your traits. And this is maybe where you can, I need to step back. And you don't realize all of this is bringing you anxiety as well. If you put work first, 54% of Americans do that, right? Worrying about work
on a non-work day.
On a non-work day.
I did that. Worrying about if this cold went through, worrying about if there was bugs in it, worrying about if there was, this is IT stuff, but worrying about if everything worked and was fine.
Yeah. For me, I don't know if I did that so much because as a retired 911 operator, I would take emotions home sometimes, but once I clocked out, I'm clocked out. I'm not thinking about anything else, but certain calls would trigger like emotion for me, for a couple of days. It depends. So yeah. Checking emails in the middle of the night, you're a workaholic, right? Arriving first and leaving last, you are an alcoholic.
I do that at the gym.
Yeah, but I can't say that. But one of the things that we've always talked about is as human beings, we are not meant to do this alone,
Yeah.
right?
Humans are social. We live
Yeah.
in packs, we live in groups. And I think the individualism of America to
Mm-hmm.
keep everybody divided so you can easily be led and conquered.
Right.
But community that we had in the 50s and 60s, I think that an older people that's watching, you have to tell me that was there a shift between the 60s and 70s? Because I think that's when the shift happened,
Right.
where America stopped being what it was before that.
Right. Because they started, and when I say they, right, the news, the powers that be who actually directs this country, you glorified individualism over community. This is why they push, oh, women to be this and do that. And then it's like, okay, you are pushing us to be individuals, to think about yourselves, to not worry about the community, how you like knew your neighbors. Like we literally here, we know like
We know
maybe one.
one neighbor,
Yeah.
one neighbor.
And they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 houses around us, and it's not even on purpose. It's just the climate, and by the 80s and 90s, it was just like the hustle culture, take over. Yeah, and now you're tired, overstimulated, all this stuff, right? So just some more like quick stats. In 2024, the American Psychology Association reported a national mental health crisis here in America, especially tied to economic insecurity, work pressure, and social isolation. And then also 60% of Americans say that they don't feel like they have a strong support system because our community was just, I don't want to say taken away. We actually gave it up for money and,
Right.
all these things. So to us, the money seemed more important than the community,
Well, there's a reason.
Yeah.
There's a reason why US, one of the most 2 or 3 developed countries in the world, but it ranks in the lowest of happiness.
Yeah, lowest of happiness and community support. Because if you like, how can you even depend on a neighbor or a family member when they're struggling just like you? Who are you going to lean on? So for us, that's why we out of here.
So that's why we leave.
We out of here. I think.
So is it going to be better somewhere else?
I think that it's not. First of all, yes, I do think it's going to be better, but I think it's what comes with it, what people value. Like we have lost in America core values, and our value is monetary. What do we own? What do we have to give?
Yeah.
What are people seeing us look like? Especially with social media now. That's just the downfall of us.
So everything is about money.
About money.
Even religion is about money.
Religion is about money.
So your God is money then.
Yeah. And for us, I think this is personal, your reflection, how you want to deal with stuff here. We're not necessarily running from something, but we are what America is, we don't feel represents us anymore. We don't want to be a part of that. So we're looking for countries that values what we value, and in many countries, it says still like community, people share meals, they're nice, they integrate. But the thing is, because they have time to do so, we don't have time to do so because
and stuff actually closes.
Yes. Yep.
As those stores actually close, and then on a Sunday or a family day, or they actually don't even open.
Yeah.
And America, like when I was a kid, there wasn't anything open on Thanksgiving or Christmas or nothing open.
Yeah.
But now stores are open on all holidays.
Yeah. Quick story. When we went to St. Croix is a teeny little island, he was like, oh, let's go to the sneaker store. It's 7:00. He was like, I'm like, no, that's closed. It's 7:00. The store's closed. On Sundays, you're trying to find stuff. No, people are home relaxing. You can't get local food and certain things after a certain time because those local restaurants, they're going home to, be with their family, so, and, but truthfully, America is every man for themselves. And that mentality is killing us.
Yep.
It's killing us, so we are choosing to leave and to build a better life somewhere else. Right. So We got
How
some
they fix it.
tips. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got some
How you
tips.
deal with this if
Yeah.
you maybe can't leave and you don't have the money to leave. I think anybody can try to leave. We just don't have that mindset that we can maybe live in another country.
Yeah.
So,
That the first thing is to change your mind that you
right.
can,
Hmm.
that these, now that we have the internet, you can see what's doable in other countries, and maybe you just can't leave yet, for kids, work, whatever, but you can start building small systems to support you where you are, join local community groups, that might think alike, expat communities online, even like wellness circles, just to vent a little bit,
Hmm.
um, and another big thing is limit the noise.
What's the noise?
Listen, turn off the TV, turn off the news, turn
Hmm.
off CNN, NBC, Fox. They're all the same.
You got to turn off YouTube, right?
No, not us, because
Not us.
not
But
us.
you got to turn off social media. You got to turn off all of those things.
Right. Well, I will say this,
Hmm.
right? All these social media things, they go based on the algorithm. The
Hmm.
news actually pushes what they want you to know. If you are on YouTube and stuff and you're looking at beaches and Thailand, more of that is going to come to you. The difference is with the news, they push what they want us to know and to trigger emotions.
Yeah.
It's just like, you remember back in the day, you can get like 2 or 3 like feel good stories.
Hmm.
You don't get any feel good stories
No.
on the news
Everything
anymore.
is about who just got killed and everything.
It's a loop of stress and stress. So, because I'm talking, I have to think like, put your shoulders down, right? Because it was just going up there,
Mhm.
you know? Yeah, and start researching alternative countries that have better
Mhm.
work-life balance, that have like stronger social connections.
Mhm.
Portugal is a big one, Costa Rica, Thailand. One of the
Mhm.
reasons we're going there, like they are very still connected to their community,
Mhm.
And then I think we need to be better at talking about this.
Yeah, that's one thing about today is that nobody can tell the truth.
Hmm.
It hurts everybody's feelings if you tell the truth.
Yeah,
So nobody like me.
I know.
But it hurts everybody's feelings if you say what you actually think and if
Mhm.
you actually have an opinion that they don't agree with, then everybody's mad at you.
Even though it's help. Because you
Mhm.
say that all the time, like his,
I said people don't
yeah,
know the difference between help and appeasement.
right. Yeah,
They want to be appeased. They
that-
want to be helped.
yeah, that is your favorite line.
Mhm.
America's in trouble and going down fast. And, you know, not to say we don't want to sink with the ship, but we don't want to sink with the ship, because I don't think people are realizing what actually is going on here, and then people are still stuck on religion. Which religion is better than who? People are still stuck on politics. Oh, because I voted for this person, because I voted for that.
Mhm.
But none of this ish matters.
All in the same boat.
None of it. No matter who was president, when, where, and what year, it has gotten worse.
Right.
What has gotten better?
Hmm.
I don't know. It don't matter who's in office. So why are we still thinking this way? Yeah, I think everybody should consider moving if the place you're at is not fulfilling your needs.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, that was our little rant, our little vent session, Listen, you can vent in the comments. You can,
Hmm.
yeah, because we are
So this is
stressed.
all the anxiety made us want to move abroad.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes, the heaviness, the pressure.
Mhm.
Like, get off of me. I want to put my shoulders down. Uh, If you're feeling heavy like I am, listen, it's not just in your head. It's the system. It is the system. You deserve to breathe, you deserve to rest, you deserve to live, go on vacation. And for us, America equals anxiety. I'm sorry. And I am not about the mindset of, okay, let's tough it out. I'm not doing that because the powers that be want us to tough it out while they live the nice luxury life.
Mm.
So we
So you paid your dues.
I paid my dues.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but thank you guys for joining us. And subscribe, like, share this video, talk in the comments, chat amongst yourselves. decandbeans.com. We have AI prompts for you, itineraries. Yeah, so check it out, get all the freebies, and I hope, I hope everyone, can relieve some stress without pills.
Yeah,
Yeah.
without drugs.
Yeah, meditate something, right? All right. See you guys. Peace.